I was just taking a look at the series in June. Well, a couple of headwinds really for the markets in this series itself. You had the Trump war cry, you had crude prices that moved up, the rupee as well did show some kind of weakness, and in fact the FI is selling. That's nearly around 9,000 crores for this series itself. What really soured sentiment, though, for the broader markets is the additional surveillance measures. That's what led to a bit of an underperformance from the mid-cap as well as the small-cap space. So those were the reasons, really, that, in fact, we did see quite a bit of selling in the series. Well, how did the series go so far? Well, we're really in football mode, right? Soccer mode. So if you had to count that and if you had to put it in football parlance, then we are halfway through this particular year. And in fact, it's 3 each. 3 to the Bulls and 3 to the Bears as we speak. January went to the Bulls, while in fact after that, we had the April and the May series as well that did go to the Bulls. But as we speak, the Nifty is down nearly around 65 points for this series itself. Let's put down the key numbers then for this series. The Nifty is down marginally, only around 65 points. The Nifty Bank, well, that's down only around 2%. But the broader markets, that's where the real pain is. The mid-cap and the small-cap space, that's lost anything between 4 to around 8%, telling you that in the broader markets, in fact, there was a lot of pain. Well, if you're looking at some key indices that were losing out, the Realty Index, the Metal Index, and the PSU Banking Index, they got slammed in the past series. But remember, the Bulls, they took the right pill, actually, in the past series, because you had the Nifty Pharma Index that was up nearly around 13%, and in fact if you take a look at it, Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, all of them did very well. You had the likes of Cipla, Auto Pharma as well as Glenmark Pharma. All of them gave you returns of anything between 10 to around 20% odd. Some of those stocks that were expensive, well, everyone was looking to buy quality in this series. So TCS trading at more than 21 times, that got bought into, gave you returns of around 7%. Buyback news as well did play out. Bajaj Finance as well, valuation-wise, not cheap, but that's telling you that money is flowing towards quality. That as well is up nearly around 10%. But there were some losers as well. You have the likes of UPL, couple of these, PSU stocks as well that were under some pressure. L&T, by the way, that was down nearly around 10% in this series, and that's what's putting pressure on the Nifty and preventing the Nifty from moving higher. Well, let's get to the broader markets then. If you want to really see the pain out there, Reliance Communications, HCC is down to nearly around 10 rupees now. Remember, we have already seen a lot of selling. That continues to play out. NBCC had a horrid trading session yesterday. That stock is down nearly around 20% for the series, and a whole host of losers that are for you on the screen. But one thing's clear, the consumer story, that in fact is seeing some buying. Your Jubilant FoodWorks, that's up nearly around 10% odd. Page Industries, Bata as well should come up for you in the screen. And when you have the metal index that's underperforming, keep an eye out on SAIL. That, by the way, has given you returns of nearly around 6%. So to wrap this up, well, we're down marginally for the series. The mid-cap index has seen a lot of pain. And at the halfway mark, well, 3 to the Bulls, 3 to the Bears, at least as we speak.